Alright guys, I wanted to make a video on the Harbor Freight stuff and some gas lenses and things like that. And today I'm just going to go over real quick this Vulcan 150 amp TIG torch for like $99. And there's a, well, if you have the Harbor Freight app, the one that you download to your phone that automatically downloads coupons, there'll be like a permanent 20% off a coupon for Vulcan. Let me show you the box. So it's this one here. It's going to come with the consumables kit and all that. A few other things. So what I was going over here was I've got an old torch for an old welder from the 80s, and you screw it on here. This is your gas comes through here, electricity goes through here. This is a Weldcraft, Weldcraft, made in Burbank, California. A WP17V, which is kind of a universal, torch. I don't know what they go up to, like 150 amps probably. So this one leaks right here because of the way that these are set up. They just twist a wire around here, and they have this little, barb fitting, but this really isn't the right size for this hose. I don't know if somebody changed it or whatever, but one of the things I was going to show you guys was like, okay, the difference between gas lenses and, like regular, this is a huge, old deal here. And when you change them, you're going to have to change these different cups and the little plastic cup part around there. So you can get these at Harbor Freight. They're not going to be like this kit. This is a gas lens right here with a clear Pyrex piece of glass on it. You can see the screen in there, and it lets a lot more gas, diffuse, as opposed to these. Now this is a collet and a collet body, and this is a stubby. And this kit is different than what you would get with the Harbor Freight stuff. Like, these are stubby cups, and that's so you can get into smaller areas. So this is a standard stubby cup. You have to use the appropriate adapter between there. And some of these, they just won't fit. So here's some more lenses. This kit comes with the 3/32, 1/8, and 1/16. You're probably not going to use the 1/8. I mean, that's just really, really big. And it comes with all the adapters to the different types of tungsten and the regular size one that I already have out here. So, with the Harbor Freight thing, you're going to get the torch, and at the end of the torch is going to be this thing here, and you have this adapter kit, and you got to hook it up and figure it out. But this will go straight into some of the Harbor Freight machines, and this allows electricity and gas to go through the hole. This is an adapter that has the hole in the middle and the O-rings. It's a twist lock. I can't remember what these things are called, the DNSE or something. So what you can do is take your stinger on your power source and just put it here. Like I've got an old Miller Dial Arc HF, and I can just put a stinger on here and clip this, since my welder doesn't have this type of connector. If you have a welder that has that connector, just put it in there, and then you just feed your gas to the tank directly. Unless you have a machine like I do, where it's got a post-flow control in the machine, so then you need to go into the machine, and then on the other side of the solenoid, hook your tank up. So if the machine has post-flow, don't go directly to the tank if you want to use it. So as far as these guys go, if you want to run a gas lens like I'm doing, which I highly recommend, especially if you're learning, because without the gas lens, this is a really difficult crap when you're learning. Then you get rid of this piece that's on the Harbor Freight one. This is for a regular cup, okay? Like a regular cup like this. And that's not going to work for your gas lens. So this just comes off, and if you have the right torch and the right W17, like this is called the SR17V, and the V stands for valve. There's a valve on this. I need a valve on this because I'm not relying on my machine to do that. I've got several TIG machines that are just power sources. So, you get your lens and your cup already on here, and you just can put that on there. And then put your tungsten and your collet inside of there. And then just kind of put your stick out kind of where you want it. Put your back cap on there. And as soon as you tighten down on this all the way, make sure all the other stuff's good. You don't lock your tungsten into place. This one's got a really, really good seal on it. It doesn't want to turn because of the rubber O-ring being really new. So, now once you're like that, now you're ready to go. You put your stick out, when they say like half of the diameter of the cup or whatever, you can do whatever you want. I don't like to hang it out too far. I just get it to where like I can see it. And so that's pretty much it right there, You got your gas. You open up your gas when you start to weld. And, unless you're very confident in your welder, it's a good idea to turn your tank off when you're not using it. Because, and $40 a whack for, a small tank of argon, and you're flowing 20 to 25 cubic feet per hour, you're not going to get much out of an 80 cubic foot tank. So, anyway, this Harbor Freight thing, I've used it a few times, and I know it doesn't leak, so, I was actually packed it up, and I wasn't going to use it anymore because I've got a water-cooled setup, but I decided that was just too much noise and too much of a pain in the butt, and so I'm going to go back to this, and then I just need to repair this afterwards so that I have that one ready to go. So anyway, I hope that helps